Very good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, let us see what is the definition of this fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Any composite number we can express as a product of primes, as a product of primes. So any composite number, if you are expressing as a product of primes, then that is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So example, if it is 72 can be expressed as 9 into 8 actually, but we need only the product of prime numbers. So this can be expressed as 3 into 3 into 2 into 2 into 2. So this is the way of expressing 72 in terms of product of primes. This is about the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Now we are going to learn how to find. Yesterday we have learned how to find the HCF in the previous classes. Today we learn find HCF and LCM by prime factorization method. By prime factorization method. So by using the prime factorization method, we are going to find out LCM and HCF of the given numbers. Okay, let us see how to find out this. So we already know that the name itself says that prime means we are going to take only the prime numbers. So all together we have to perform only with the prime numbers. So let us take one example. Find HCF and LCM of 66, 32. So what is the LCM and HCF of 66, 32? So how to do this question? By he will mention by prime factorization method. By prime factorization method. So how to find out this here? First, what are the two given numbers? Write the two given numbers 66 and 32. So perform only with the prime number. We know that it is divisible by 2. Let us say 2 table, 2 33 times. 2 table, 2 ones, 2, 6 remains, 2 6 12. Now it will not go with 2 table. Next prime number is 3. So we'll go with 3. 3 it will go 11 times. So 2 8 times. So 11 is the prime number. If we get prime number, we need to stop the process. So here not a prime number, we can go with 2 4s and 2 2s. Now we got a prime number, we can stop here. Everywhere if you see, we have to look only the prime numbers. Okay. Now 66 can be expressed as 2 into 3 into 11 and 32 can be expressed as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So among these, we can get 2 common in both the numbers. And is there any other number common? No. So we can say that HCF is 2. Why? Because we are getting only one number common. That number we need to mention here. LCM. While we are writing LCM answer, first let us write the HCF answer. Let us write directly the HCF answer and the left numbers. What are the left numbers here? 3 into 11 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So multiply all this, you get the LCM answer. So this is the way of finding the HCF and LCM by prime factorization method. Let us take another question. Find the HCF and LCM of 144 and 764. So these are the two numbers. And okay, let us take three numbers this time. 144, 68. So how to find out the LCM and HCF of these three numbers? By using the prime factorization method here. So the given numbers are 144 first, next 764, next 68. So obviously these are the multiples of 2. We can take first two prime number, 2 sevens, 2 twos. Here 2 3 6, 2 8s, 2 twos, 2 3s, 2 4s. Next we can take another time 2 table, 236, 2 9, 191, and we can take here 2 17s. Now 17 is the prime number here. We can stop here. In this we have to go with again 2 table, 2 18s, 2 9s, 3 3s. So here 191. So 191 we can. Now LCM will be HCF answer 4 into remaining numbers here 2 into 3 into 3 into 191 into 70. So if you multiply all these numbers, you will get LCM answer. Now let us take one textbook question. Example 8. Find HCF LCM of 6, 17, 72 and 120 by using the prime factorization method. So how to do these questions here? Similar manner previous question. So the given numbers are 6, 72 and 120. So we can take the two table here. 236, 2 18s, 2 9s and 3 3s. Here 2 60s, 2 30s, 5 6, 2 3s. So if you observe here, all the prime numbers are there. So 6 can be written as 2 into 3. 72 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. And 120 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5 into 2 into 3. So if you observe the common numbers here, 2 is the common number and 3 is the common number. So HCF is 2 into 3, which is 6. Now if 3 numbers are there, make sure that here 2 is there common, we cannot take that. Why? Because another 2 is not there in this. So we have to take a number in such a way that it should exist in 3 of the numbers. So HCF is 6 here. LCM will be 6 into remaining numbers 2 into 2 into 3. So 2 into 2 into 3 into 2 into 5 into 2. This will be the LCM answer. Okay. Let us take next. Let us see the relationship between these. So there is one relationship. HCF into LCM is equals to product of numbers. Very important relationship. HCF into LCM is equals to product of two numbers. They will mention like this also, A into B. HCF into LCM is equals to A into B. So it means what does this statement mean? If I am giving two numbers, let us suppose 20 is one number and 30 is one number. If I am asking you to find the LCM for these two numbers, and if I am asking to find the HCF of these two numbers, and after finding the LCM and HCF, if I multiply these two numbers, LCM answer and HCF answer, and if I multiply these two numbers, A into B, then I will get the same answer. Means LCM into HCF answer will be equal to product of these two numbers. Let us see how the various types of questions will be asked in this, based on this question concept. If HCF of 120, 20 is 20, then LCM 120, 20 is. So if you see here, HCF 120, 20 is 20, then LCM 120, 20 is. So it's clearly mentioning that two numbers are 120 and 20. In the brackets, whatever the numbers are there are two numbers, that is A and B. So we know the relationship between these, that is HCF into LCM is equals to A into B. So your HCF answer is given as 20 into LCM is equals to the two numbers are 120 and 20. So LCM here 20 gets cancelled. So LCM will be 20. 120 will be the LCM answer. This is the way to utilize this formula. Now, let me take one textbook example question. Example, if LCM of 6, 30, 6, 20, 6, 20 is 60, find HCF of 6, 20. So how to do this here? Same concept here, LCM is given and he is asking to find out the HCF. So how to do this question means, first given, what are they given here? Given LCM is 60, A value is 6 and B value is 20, he is asking to find out what is the HCF. So we know the relationship between this, that is HCF into LCM is equals to A into B. So HCF we don't know, HCF into LCM is 60 is equals to A into B, which is 6 into 20. So HCF is equals to 6 into 20 by 60. 20 ones, 23, 3 ones, 3 twos. So HCF will be 2. Next. Generally we have used now fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So we'll see one question based on this. Example. Check whether 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 8 is a composite number. So this is the question. The question may be anything, but I'm talking about how to prove that it is a composite number. So first of all, we have to know that composite number is nothing but, for example, for a prime number, let us suppose 7. For 7 we know that it is a prime number. If we are multiplying any other number, whether it is a prime or other number, if I am multiplying 2, 7 to the 14. If I am multiplying another prime number, 7 to the 21. Means, if I am multiplying prime number into prime number also, I am getting a composite number. So, means if you are getting a common number as a prime number, and if you are multiplying with any number, then we will get a composite number. So, let us try to prove like that. And not only prime number into composite number, normal number you take first, 2 into 7, which is 14, that is also a composite number. Means not only prime number into composite number into composite number will also be a composite number. The same concept will apply here. So it is given that 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 8. In these two, what we can take common? 8 we can take it as common. So the left terms are 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1. So 8 into, here 42, 5 4 20, 3 60, 120 plus 1. So 8 into 1, 0 as it is, 12 to the 24, 2, 12 4 the 48, 50. Plus 1. So 8 if you are multiplying with any of the number, okay, 8 into 5041. So 8 if you are multiplying with any of the number, therefore it is a composite number. It is a composite number. So it is one of the important question. It will be asking for 1 mark. Let us take another type question. Example, check whether 10 power 7 power n ends with 0. 7 power n ends with 0. So for checking purpose, so this is also one of the important topic. How to check whether 7 power, anything power n he will give, and he will ask that ends with 0 or ends with 1, whatever it is. So given for any natural number. The question is for any natural number. So it's not talking about the whole numbers or any other numbers, only the natural numbers which are going to start from 1. So it will be 7 power n, which is 7 power 1, 7, 7 square, 49, 7 cube, 343. So if you keep on observing the unit digits places, never it will end with 0. So on. Therefore, 7 power n does not end with 0. Does not end with 0. So we have to mention at least three numbers we need to find out, and lastly we can write it as 7 power n does not end with 0. Let us see another type of question. Now, see, find LCM of x is equals to x y square z cube, b is equals to x square y power 4. So he's asking us to find the LCM. Answer. So what are the given numbers here? Given a is equals to x y square z cube, and b is equals to x square y power 4. So try to understand the difference here. If he is asking in the question LCM, make sure this is about the variables. Previously we learned about the numbers, now we are learning about the variables. Whenever he is asking about the LCM, make sure that the highest powers we have to take into consideration. So variables altogether, all the three variables will come. In these three variables, what is the highest power that we need to take? Here x power 1 is there, x power 2 is there, that we have to take. Highest power. Here y square is there, y power 4 is there, that we have to take. Z power 3 here, z is not at all there, so we can take z power 3. This will be the LCM. In the same question, instead of LCM, if I am asking HCF, so the concept will be reversed. Lowest power. So what is the lowest power? All the three will be there. What is the lowest power here? X power 1, so x as such, y square and z. Now z power 3 is there for this way, we can take it as the lowest now. We can write here z power 0 also. Anything power 0 will be 1, so z power 0. So answer will be z power 0. So this is also one of the important questions. It will be asked for 1 mark. So variables. Now let us suppose we change the question with 3 variables. Find HCF of a is equals to xy square, b is equals to x cube y power 10, c is equals to x power 7 y power 6. So how to find out the HCF? Answer here. So given three variables na, a xy square, b x cube y power 10, and c x power 7 y power 6. Since he is asking question HCF, we have to concentrate on the total variables. So xy are the total variables, and we have to take the lowest powers. So x is having here power 1, here power 3, power 7. So x we have to take power 1. Y is having y power 2, y power 10, y power 6. We have to take y power 2. The same question if he is asking for LCM. So we need to take the two variables, no doubt, but we have to take the highest powers of x and y. So what is the highest power of x here? 7. What is the highest power of y? 10. So this will be the HCF and LCM.